says, can I ask you about my family tree? He says, yes, I'll tell you about your family tree. If you want to know about your family tree, go and ask what your grandmother's profession was in Arabia and you'll know your family tree. The point here was, only the son of zina can have animosity towards Al Muhammad. Only the son of adultery can have the animosity towards Al Muhammad. That Muawiyah tells Amr ibn al-As one day, I will sack you from your position as governor of Egypt because I am not happy with your work. Amr ibn al-As writes back to Muawiyah saying to him, Muawiyah, if you sack me, I will remind everyone of what happened at Ghadir. Shaitan knows everything. True. He knows everything that happens. So now in Egypt, do you know which film is being made? Amr ibn al-As, the greatest companion of Rasulullah. So all the hadith are there, but our brothers decide to make him the greatest. Muawiyah says to him, shall we give Ali ibn Abi Talib's army some water? At this moment Amr ibn al-As replies, whether you give him water or you don't, know one thing, that the son of Abu Talib would give us water whenever we needed it. Muawiyah decides not to give water to Amir al-Mu'mineen and Saffin. And then what happens is, at the end, when Imam Ali tells his troops, I want you all to go and fight and win the water back, he wins the water back. Muawiyah's army is now thirsty. They plead to Amir al-Mu'mineen's army, can you give us water? Amir al-Mu'mineen looks at them and he replies, of course we will. I cannot bear to see a horse thirsty of Muawiyah, let alone see his soldiers thirsty. Look at the akhlaq here. So any of the Shia of Ali today cannot simply say it by name. Their akhlaq will speak much louder than any words. And therefore we remember here this concept of depriving the water. The concept of depriving the water, which is a vital concept, that in Saffin he deprives the water from Amir al-Mu'mineen's army. And this concept of depriving the water, how could any human being deprive anyone of water? Whether it be a fellow human being of the same age, or it be someone, for example, of a very young age. Could you actually deprive a 6-month-old baby of water? Is it fair that you as a human being deprive a 6-month-old? Or could you deprive even that Imam al-Hussein, when he approaches his final moments on the land of Karbala, brothers and sisters, as he approaches his final moments, when he comes near the water, he even tells his horse, you drink the water first, and then I will drink. And the horse cannot take drinking the water, because he cannot bear to see Amir al-Mu'mineen, he cannot bear to see Aba Abdullah al-Hussein without the water. And we remember the incidents now of Karbala, and remember a particular incident in Karbala. Of these particular incidents that we remember a daughter of Aba Abdullah named Sukaina. And we remember also the head of Aba Abdullah. What did this head go through? That from Karbala towards Kufa and towards Sham, this head is paraded on the streets of Kufa and the streets of Sham. That now when I come to you to describe those moments, before she leaves her father, before her father leaves her, she says to him, Father, pat me on my head one final time. She begs him to come off the Zuljana, the horse. He comes off the horse and she says, Father, please just pat me on my head one final time. He says to her, Sukaina, why? She replies, Father, do you remember when you told Hamida, the daughter of Muslim bin Aqil, that her father had died? Do you remember what you did to her? He says, yes. She says, do you remember, Father, that you came up to her and you patted her head? The reason you patted her head, she looked round at you, she said to you, Oh Aba Abdullah, do you pat my head because I am an orphan? Because you only pat the head of an orphan. And he says to her, Sukaina, bring your head near me, and let me pat your head. At this moment we remember the incident which is narrated in many of the books, that Rasulullah, when he is burying Khadija, I would like to narrate this incident for those brothers who have requested me to narrate it again. When Rasulullah is burying Khadija, he brings the kafan to bury Khadija. He tries to bury her from the feet up towards the waist, up towards the whole body, but the kafan only comes towards the waist because of the poverty. Now Rasulullah takes the kafan from the head of Khadija to try and bury the whole, to try and cover the whole body, but he cannot because the kafan is not long enough. At this moment Jibreel comes towards Rasulullah and he says to him, Ya Rasulullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent me down with 5 kafan. In each of these kafans there is a reason that you must take these kafans. Rasulullah at this moment says to him, Jibreel, who is the first kafan for? To which Jibreel replies, Ya Rasulullah, the first kafan is for Khadija. In order that you are able to bury Khadija tonight, he says to him, Jibreel, tell me who the second kafan is for. He says to him, Jibreel, he says to him, Ya Rasulullah, the second kafan is for you, that when you pass away, this kafan is able to look after your body. He says to him, Jibreel, tell me who the third kafan is for. He says to him, Ya Rasulullah, the third kafan is able to cover the body of Fatima and the rib of Fatima when it is broken. He says to him, Jibreel, tell me who the fourth kafan is for. He says to him, Ya Rasulullah, the fifth kafan is for Amir al-Mu'mineen, that on the 21st of Ramadan he will be buried with this kafan. He says to him, Jibreel, tell me who the fifth kafan is for. He says to him, Ya Rasulullah, the fifth kafan is for Imam Hassan. He will vomit out 7 times until eventually he dies. He says to him, Jibreel, tell me where is the kafan for Abu Abdullah. He says to him, Ya Rasulullah, Abu Abdullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders that he dies without a kafan. He says to him, Jibreel, tell me why. He says, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want the enemies to rip up the kafan of Abu Abdullah on the 10th of Muharram. At this moment he says to him, Ya Rasulullah, shall I tell you what they done to Abu Abdullah on the 10th? He says, tell me what did they do on the 10th? He says, Ya Rasulullah, Shimr bin the Joshan sits on the body of Abu Abdullah on the 10th. He sits on him, Abu Abdullah looks at him and he says to him, Shimr, please just give me some water and I will intercede for you on the day. But Shimr bin the Joshan takes out his dagger. He begins to strike Abu Abdullah until he strikes Abu Abdullah 12 times, until he eventually severs the neck of the person who used to look after on the plains of Karbala. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. سيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب واللعنة الدائمة على القوم الظالمين. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with the following dua. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم ما عرفتنا من الحق فحملناه وما قصرنا عنه فبلغناه. Ya Allah, praise and send your blessings on the people who have organized this majlis. Allow us to continue in our spread of the message of Al Muhammad. Allow us to continue in honoring Al Muhammad and their message in every way possible. Whether it be in the beating of the chains, whether it be in the beating of the chest or the striking of the swords. Allow us to continue in these maratim of Abu Abdullah until we receive his shafa'ah on the day of judgment. Ya Allah, allow us to be honored with the shafa'ah of Al Muhammad on the day of judgment. Ya Allah, allow us to be with Al Muhammad on the day of judgment, and allow us to be just the dust on Abu Abdullah's feet on the day of judgment. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be amongst the soldiers of Imam Sahib al-Asr al-Zaman. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to know Imam Sahib al-Asr al-Zaman. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be acquainted with the Quran in order that we are able to hold on to the wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all our brothers around the world, our brothers in Iraq, our brothers in Iran, in Pakistan, in India, in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Bahrain, and in Lebanon, and to hasten the reappearance of our 12th Imam, Imam Sahib al-Asr al-Zaman. Please recite a loud salawat followed by Surah Al-Fatiha.